Government wins censure motion with ease, looking like it will run a full term despite the crisis. Since it came into power in the summer of 2019, the second government of Prayut Chan has been beset by economic difficulties and a massive 6.1% contraction of the economy in 2020, yet its grip on power within Parliament remains secure. The minister who received the most votes on Saturday was Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Public Health, Anutin Charnvirakul, while Education Minister Nataphol Teepsuwan came out at the bottom of the class. The Thai government was given a boost on Saturday as it comfortably won a censure motion in Parliament, with the Prime Minister and 9 of his ministers winning their votes by a clear margin. The win will put a spring in the step of Prime Minister Prayut Chan, with analysts now predicting his somewhat unwieldy government will serve a full term, while a cabinet reshuffle may also be in the offing later in the year. The government's victory on Saturday was an easy one, and it will boost the standing of Prime Minister Prayut Chan centre, as he confronts key problems such as the virus emergency, economic headwinds and a growing student-led protest movement. The big winner on the day, however, was Minister of Public Health Anutin Charnvirakul, right, while Minister of Education, Nataphol Teepsuwan, left, has had a shot across his bows, coming in with the lowest vote tally for any government minister. The Thai government, on Saturday, comfortably survived a censure debate that ran over the previous 3 days from the 16th of February to the 19th. It was a heated debate, with allegations being lobbed by the opposition benches in relation to the current economic headwinds and the speed of a vaccine rollout. The Move Forward Party, like its party forebearer, the now dissolved Future Forward Party, at times appeared to rattle government ministers and had to be warned by Prime Minister Prayut Chan not to play politics with the COVID-19 crisis. PM walked out of Parliament at one point. Over the last few days, the PM walked out of Parliament in protest and at the opening of the debate played what he called distorted news reports, as he denied any links with illegal gambling rackets. However, the second no-confidence motion debate since 2019 was never really in any doubt, as the government brought its standard-bearers before Parliament for grillings by the opposition benches in a democratic exercise that leaves it in a stronger position. Votes shown live on TV in Thailand. The key outcomes of the debate, votes which took place on Saturday morning at the Parliament building in the Dusit district of Bangkok, were televised live on TV starting at 10:30 a.m. Panchada Siravanabud, a political analyst and associate professor at Mahidol University, expressed the view that the outcome showed the current government of Prayut Chan appears to be remarkably stable and coherent despite the economic and social difficulties caused by the virus emergency. Political expert predicts that the second government of Prayut Chan will serve a full term in office. She predicted it would last its full term, which is in stark contrast to the outlook when it was formed in July of 2019 after the general election in March that year. Despite its unwieldy structure with up to 19 parties and 35 ministers when it was formed, the second democratically elected government of General Prayut Chan has experienced economic turmoil since it came to power, with a flatlining of growth in 2019 and a massive 6.1% contraction of the Thai economy in 2020. It faces continued student-led protests, organized by the Ratsadan group, which have a rising profile internationally as democracy activists call for the release of key protest leaders jailed on the 9th of February on sedition and lèse-majesté charges. Motions against the PM and 9 of his ministers, all handily defeated in Parliament by the coalition. The no-confidence motion, which was voted on this Saturday, consisted of one motion against the Prime Minister, which was won by 272 votes to 206 with 3 abstentions, as well as motions against 9 other key ministers. 487 MPs out of 500 in the lower House of Representatives were eligible to vote. All eyes were focused on the tallies for and against each individual minister, which gave an idea of their standing within both the government ruling parties and the opposition benches. Most successful political player on Saturday was Minister of Public Health Anutin Charnvirakul. On this basis, the most successful political player on Saturday was Deputy Prime Minister Anutin Charnvirakul, the Minister of Public Health, who garnered 275 votes with 201 against and 6 abstentions. On Friday, the Palang Pracharat Party leader, Deputy Prime Minister Prayut Chan, issued firm orders that all his party MPs should support all government ministers equally, but this was not enough to stop some MPs using the occasion to vent displeasure with government bigwigs. Controversial Deputy Minister for Agriculture Anutin Charnvirakul looked good in the latest vote significantly. Prayut Chan himself garnered 270 for votes with 204 against with 4 abstentions, while Deputy Agriculture Minister, the controversial figure in the crosses from last year's debate, Anutin Charnvirakul, came out near the top on Saturday with 270 for votes for and only 199 members voting against him with 6 abstentions. Clearly, a man who gained ground during the year. Education Minister under pressure. Politically, the biggest political casualty on Saturday, even as he won his vote, was Education Minister Nataphol Teepsuwan, who only had 258 votes on his side and 215 against and 8 abstentions. Mr. Nataphol was identified as a weak link in this week's vote, with a revolt brewing in the Prayut party against him, as the political grapevine suggests his wife, formerly active in politics, is considering a bid for the race to become the next governor of Bangkok, a move not welcome in some circles within the ruling party. Associate Professor Punchada is predicting Mr. Nataphol may also be under pressure as she forecasts a second cabinet reshuffle sometime later this year. Vote tallies. The votes on Saturday were: Prime Minister Prayut Chan ocha 272-206 with 3 abstentions. Public Health Minister Anutin Charnvirakul 275-201 with 6 abstentions. Deputy Agriculture Minister Anutin Charnvirakul 274-199 with 5 abstentions. Deputy Prime Minister Prayut Chan 274-204 with 4 abstentions. Interior Minister Prayut Chan 272-205 with 3 abstentions. Deputy Interior Minister Nippon Binimani 272-206 with 4 abstentions. Transport Minister Saksayam Chidchub 268-201 with 12 abstentions. Commerce Minister Jirin Beset 268-207 with 7 abstentions. Labour Minister Prayut Chan 263-212 with 1 abstention. Education Minister Nataphol Teepsuwan 258-215 with 8 abstentions.